So I went into the inn. I fought the dragon. I got some wings. I got some chokers. I got 2 life chokers. I brought them back. And unfortunately, all the video got corrupted. So instead of that, I'm going to show you guys a world tour. I'm going to show you guys where we are. That way, when we jump back into the swing of things on episode 6, you guys are not unfamiliar with the bays and what we have going on here on this world. So you guys stay tuned, because we're about to get started with the world tour. Alright, we're going to start inside the bays, inside the barrow. Things have changed a little bit in here. You can see we have added the windows, we added the big map instead of the picture. We have swapped out a few things, added a few newbies on the wall, things that are first in our world on the frames. As you can also see, the roof, or sorry, the ceiling has changed a bit. Everything looking very spiffy. I really love the map. It shows how much we have added into the world. Really, really, really nice. And as you can see, we have the dragon egg. Alright, let's step outside. The first thing you're going to see is the stables. We also have our pandas here. I really, really, really like the way that everything looks overgrown on the barrel itself. Look at that. Just really, really looks cool. Also the portal. Trying not to show the structure behind it. The portal looks really, really cool. Let's go back real quick to the stables. I'm not finished with these. The design is okay, but I really want to make it really, really look like the rest of the structures, and I'm working on that. A lot of horses. All right. Now let's go to the newest structures. Built this just last episode. What would have been episode 5. This is a storage unit. Looking really, really nice. Little trash can. Not finished here, but for right now, this is really going to be useful for me. Eventually, I'm going to build something fully automated with a lot of filtering and maybe a choker unboxer choker unloader and choker loader. I think you guys seen my how-to video and might be familiar with this particular chicken farm. I didn't build this on video. I just simply made the chicken farm. We definitely need the food. Now there's some new things also. Down here, as you can see, things have changed just a little bit. Needed a kind of a mini smelter to get things started down here. And that was what I was using as my storage for a little while. Let's not forget the door. Now down here, this is the cave. I don't think I've actually shown this on any particular video, but this cave has been awesome to explore. It goes all the way to the other side, which is really, really cool. So I can go from the barrow base all the way to the iron farm with no problem. We got the wings technically on what would have been episode number 5, the lost episode. We got the wings from the nether, or sorry, from the end, after we fought the dragon. We will be visiting the end on this episode. So you can see we have a geode down here. This is the big cave that goes right underneath pretty much the entire area that I am caving on. Or sorry, not caving, on the base. So this is technically the spawn area, all of it. We're under the spawn. Let's go back up. So if I go all the way across in that direction, I would eventually make it to the iron farm. And actually, I will come back from that direction eventually, just to show you guys how cool that is. Let's go ahead and let's take a trip back up. Something told me it was probably dark outside. I think you guys seen the bridge. Build this maybe episode 2 or 3, or in between episodes. And then here is my infinite water source. I just made it spiffy to make it look spiffy. There's really no reason. Right. Really looks nice from the air. Some very cool angles from up here. Now this is the entrance to the water park. I built the floor, the walkway during a stream, and I think I'm going to continue to build just the flooring during streams, and I'm going to be building structures during episodes. As you can see, we have the entrance here, the ticket booths. We even have an exit to the side right there. To go through here, I really want to build some more structure around those little entrances and things like that. Here we've been filling with dirt. We're going to be filling up the area with a lot of dirt. It's going to look really great once we have it, and it's going to give you that idea that we build a park in a place that it shouldn't be. Kind of like how Disney is built on a swamp here in Florida. Kind of wanted to go for that concept here. Right inside here we have our iron farm. I think you guys are familiar. It doubles as a village hub or villager hub, which is great. We get a lot of items from these guys. I never have to technically ever go anywhere mining for diamond gear or mine diamonds or anything like that. But pretty much all I need is iron, which is right there. Back here I actually intentionally originally build a choker farm, but that didn't work out because the snow golems melt here. But now I build just a regular old what do we call this? A mop farm. So this is gonna allow us to get a lot of other goodies, help us get stuff for rockets. Just really gonna step up the game also for us. Although eventually I do want to build two things. I want to build a witch farm, and I want to build as well a raid farm, because that's going to give us totems, and the witch farm is going to give us pretty much all the gunpowder, redstone, and glowstone or glow powder we ever going to need for the rest of the game, which is awesome. This structure continues. It's kind of a big structure. And everywhere inside, you can't really see it, but everywhere there's buttons on all the walls. That was a lot of trees to take down, and it was because of the chokers. You don't want them to escape or get on anything, but it was all for nothing because the snow golems ended up melting, so it was all kind of pointless. But now it's used as a mop farm, so at least the structure is still being useful. Now down here we get another freebie. This happens to be a slime chunk. And down here we have a nice little simple slime farm. Up, look at that. We got lucky. There's a slime right there. And you'll see it just jumps over those blocks, and eventually it'll die. Eventually. Maybe we'll help it. Then these guys come out, and eventually they will die. Then there's a little train system that goes underneath this, and it picks up the slimes and eventually deposits them right there on that chest. See, stops. And then we had a lot of slimes. We also have a lot of mushrooms growing down here. Now, if we go this way and we exit this way, we will find our way back into that cave that we have under the barrel, and we can make it back to the barrel base just like that. Just that simple, which is awesome. It's I just love it. It's such a bonus to have a cave that connects. I didn't have to mine that out. It was just that way. All I had to do was make this hole all the way down there, and I got lucky that it went all the way to where I just happened to have put the iron farm and dig down to make a slime farm. It just got lucky that way, which is cool. Now we're gonna go to the double spawner real quick. The spider farm. I really dig this spider build. Both the farm inside here, which I found inside of my mine. I just modified the structure so it would, you know, be able to be a spider farm. Go down here, you attack the spiders. You get the XP. Now that I have the mob farm up there with the, they call them trident killers, which you can make those on Bedrock. I pretty much won't need this XP farm, but you know, it's the second place that I can go for more XP. Now down here is where the end portal is. Just in Bedrock Edition, most end portals can be found underneath towns, which is kind of neat. So even if you don't have an eye right at the moment, or you don't want to waste an eye, you can pretty much dig down on, I mean, a lot of towns, and you will find that quite a few have a chance of having this structures down here, the stronghold. And I just got lucky that right here at spawn, the first town, it just happens to have one. Very lucky. So we're gonna go into the inn. Here in the inn, obviously we took down the dragon, but we also have built a little bit of structures down here. How you can see all the blocks from where the battle occurred. And you can see the big giant train there to the side. And here we go with the first choker farm. And then here's the second choker farm, but the first one got fed. I mean, both of them got fed from this train, but I wanted to try out two different choker farms because I didn't know which one was going to give me the best amount of chokers, and I had already wasted a lot of time building the other choker farm all the way out on the overworld. So for these other choker farms, I just said forget it. I'm going to do it on the end, and I'm just going to go for it. Now, as you can see, this little choker farm that is super simple. Oh my god, this produces so many choker shells compared to the other one, which is way much more complicated to build. You require way more material. Like you could build this on pretty much just any area as long as it's 20 blocks away from any other block. This thing should be able to provide you with all the chokers that you'll ever need. This farm is not bad either, but the little simple one, that's totally worth it. And as you can see, this train structure goes all the way away from the center island, all the way back to, I think it's -800, -700, which is where the original place, the original end city was, where I took this chokers from. It was definitely a difficult thing to pull off, but totally worth it. You can see where I temporarily held them over there in the corner. Either way, guys, this was definitely a fun little tour through the world. I really hope that you guys enjoy that. And until next time,